Hi, second grade mathematicians. So today we are looking at practicing subtraction problems, just good old practice. And I'm going to be working you through a word problem, and then we're going to be solving it together today. So this is 11-4 practice subtraction. I gave us a little chant we'll go over in a minute. Please attach your work to Google Classroom if you can. It always helps us understand if you're making errors where they occur. And you should have your paper set up like this. So the beginnings of a subtraction problem with the hundreds, tens, and ones chart that we can draw in. So that's what your paper should look like. So if you don't have your paper set up to look like this, go do that now. Pause the video. If you're ready to continue and you're ready to go and you have your paper all set up, we are going to take a look at our word problem for today. So here we go. Reasoning. We're going to be using our reasoning skills today. Philippe has 453 stamps in his collection. Emily has 762 stamps in her collection. How many more stamps does Emily have than Philippe? We can assume. So I think I want to use cubes a little bit to do this. So I'm going to circle my numbers, and I'm going to use a fancy color because why not? So I'm going to use rainbow. Circling my numbers, 453, 762. So those are my two numbers. Underline the question, how many more stamps does Emily have? So Emily has more. I need to find out how many more. Okay, I'm getting it now. Box the keywords. I'm definitely going to box more. Okay. It's really the huge one that really makes a difference in my problem solving. Okay, so we circled the numbers, underlined the question, boxed the keywords. Now we have to determine how we're going to solve this. So evaluate is our next step, and then we solve. So I'm actually going to make a model. I think that models are super useful, super helpful when we're solving math problems. It helps me visualize. I like to see the problem, what's going on in it before I just start doing the math. So I'm actually going to draw out, I know Emily has more. How many more stamps does Emily have? So I know Emily is bigger. So I'm just going to draw a bar, and I'm going to put an E in it for Emily, and I'm going to put the number of stamps that she has. So she has 762 stamps. Okay, cool. Then I know Philippe has 453 stamps. That's less than 762. So I'm going to draw a bar for Philippe, but I'm going to have to make sure it looks less or littler than Emily's bar. So I'm going to start them at the same spot. Then I'm going to draw his, and it's going to be just a little bit less because I know 400s, a number in the 400 is less than a number in the 700. So I'm going to put an F for Philippe, and I'm going to write his total, 453. Cool. So now the question is, how many more stamps does Emily have? So I'm comparing, and I know a key word, the key phrase, how many more is a subtraction key phrase. But even if I didn't know that, I can look at the pictures and say, how many more stamps does Emily have? Well, Emily has whatever this amount is, more, right? So Philippe has this number. Emily has this bigger number. I need to figure out how many more Emily has than Philippe. So Philippe plus a certain number is going to equal Emily's number, or Emily's number minus Philippe's number is going to give me that space in between. So I know this is going to be a subtraction problem. So my problem, and what you're going to do along with me, my problem is going to look like, backing it up so that you can now see what you have on your paper. And you're going to write this in as well. We're going to do the bigger number minus the smaller number to figure out how many more Emily has than Philippe. We're trying to figure out how much more Philippe would need to equal Emily's. So let's write that in. 762 minus 453. Okay? So knowing your keywords definitely helps. Now we're going to solve the problem. Whoops. So here we go. We're solving the problem. Let's do our little chant to start us out, because why not? So we're looking over here for the moment. More on the top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. Numbers the same, zero's the game. 5 minus 5 equals 0. 5 take away 5 equals 0. So let's solve this problem. So I'm going to draw the bigger number into my hundreds, tens, and ones chart. So I have 700s, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2. 1, 2. Great. Here we go. Right off the bat. 2 minus 3. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. I can't take away 3 because look, I can even try. You can try if you want to, but it's going to fail. 1, 2, 3. I can't do that. I can't take away 3. I can see that. So I'm going to need to go next door and get 10 more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go next door to my tens place and say, please let me borrow you. And it's not going to exist as a group of 10 anymore. I'm going to break it up like karate into 10 little cubes. So here we go. We're breaking it apart. It's not a rod anymore. It's 10 cubes. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you have in your hundreds, tens, and ones chart one rod that now you've broken up into 10 cubes. Do that now so that your picture matches my picture. Your picture must match mine. So now, my friends, I don't have 2 baby cubies anymore. I have way more than just 2. I have enough to take away 3 now. How many cubes do I have in all? How many ones do I have now? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 cubes. Not 2 anymore. And I borrowed a group of 10. So I don't have 6 tens anymore. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Now I can do some work. Let's take away 3 from 12. 1, 2, 3. Let's circle what we're left with. 12 minus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12 minus 3 equals 9. Now we do 5 tens, take away 5 tens. Number is the same, zero's the game. Let's take away 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, how many tens am I left with? I'm left with none. No groups of 10. 0. Now let's take away my hundreds. I have 7. Let's take away 4. How many hundreds am I left with? 3. Your answer to 762 minus 453 is 309. I'm going to give it a big old circle so my teacher can see it. Very nice, friends. So that is how you would look at a problem, just like we did. You look at your problem, you see what are the steps I need to take? Can I draw it out to make it easier for me? And then you solve it in any way that works for you. So I know you're going to be successful today. Have fun doing your math. Hope this helped.